Morning, Birmingham. It is Dixon Divining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. 6:06 our time on Jawbone Jam Day. It's finally here.
Woohoo!
Yeah, baby. We're giving away one more pair of tickets for that fiesta tonight. The festival, our 10th anniversary celebration. I'm wearing the Jawbone Jam
That is
shirt if
it.
you're watching on YouTube.
That is it right
See
there.
what it looks like. You can see it on our Facebook video as well if you're so inclined. But we'll be giving some of these away tonight. We'll tell you how a little later. Going to be sunny and 82 today, sunny and 85 on Saturday. I'm sorry, partly cloudy and 85, and then mostly sunny and 88 on Sunday. So we're definitely getting a bit toasty here.
Going to be a
As
good
the
weekend,
weekend
though.
wears on, very much looking forward to it.
Still in the 80s.
Yeah, man.
We thought we might see 90. I don't know. Maybe there's some areas that see 90 degrees.
Now, tonight, the doors open at 6, and we've got 7:30 for the time that the
Yeah, I'm
band,
not sure about that.
Cattle
Are
is
you
taking
sure
them in.
about that?
I'm sorry, the doors, you say the doors open at 7.
Yeah,
right, the doors open at 7.
I think they open at 7.
I must have gotten that wrong 100 times so far, and I'm still going to
Well,
keep getting it wrong right
you
up
know
until
what? When
tonight,
they open
yeah.
at 6, then
Yeah.
I'll be wrong. But, the last I saw was they open at 7.
All right.
And then Cattle will take the stage at 7:30.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
seems wild.
Now, if
That's
you want
like
to
you
try
gotta-
to come a little earlier,
You got a half an hour to jam
Yeah.
yourself in there. That's what I say. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
hurry for the jam.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go.
The Jawbone Jam 10th anniversary going to be a good one tonight, Iron City. If you do not yet have tickets, ironcitybham.com, ticketmaster.com, either way. And we're giving away one last pair
This
a little bit
morning.
later this morning. I can tell you this, Mr. Bugs is great at getting rid of bugs. I was sitting outside last night by my waterfall. No insect bites at all. Really enjoyed it. Lovely evening. And you can have that sort of experience as well with the mosquito reduction from Mr. Bugs, MRBUGGS, MrBugs.com. Call it 941-6252, 941-6252, and say, I want that mosquito reduction Dixon Saw was talking about. Does it really work? And they'll say, of course it really works. Now, we're not going to get rid of all the mosquitoes. You go, yeah, I know. They got rid of all mine, I can tell you that. But, they may not get rid of all yours, depending on where you live, right? I don't know. But I can tell you that they greatly reduce them, and that's what they promise. So bundle that together with your small rodent control, your termite bonding, your pest control, and you are going to save yourself a whole lot of money with truly great pest control from one that is statewide, Mr. Bugs, MRBUGGS.com. Statewide, it's 844-MRBUGGS. Let's do this thing.
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
President Trump wrapped up his visit to China and President Xi and hopped on Air Force One a few hours ago. Visit between the two leaders occurred amid the ongoing U.S. conflict with Iran, and they apparently came to a conclusion. They both agreed. First off, the Strait of Hormuz must remain open to support the free flow of energy. President Xi said he would help with that, and several Chinese tankers apparently traversed that strait yesterday. Not really making a lot of news, but several of them apparently made it through yesterday. I think there was a phone call made to Iran that was like, are you going to let our ships through or there's going to be trouble? And that was that.
Yeah, that's nice to see, huh? That finally,
Yep.
we've got a verbal kind of agreement from Xi that, China's kind of in the same boat that we are.
Right.
That, everybody's trying to get these supplies through there, and Iran is the one that's causing a problem there. And it's like, hey, we could use a little help from you. Could you make a phone call and just say, hey,
Yeah.
knock it off because we got to get this stuff through here?
At least got the Chinese freighters through and also tankers. And before you say, oh, well, that they're transporting Iranian oil, dude, it was already paid for, okay? The Iranians have that money. And that's why China wanted their ships, because they're like, we pay for it. We would like it now. Will you please allow it to go through? Come to us and give us our oil.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you very much. Anyway, they also discussed whether or not Iran should have a nuclear weapon. They both decided no.
No.
And China did kind of make vague promises about, yeah, we'll help you with that war in Iran thing. So
Yeah.
other trade
And they bought
deals
some
are made.
planes, 200 planes from
Bought
them.
a bunch of
Yeah,
Boeing
love
planes.
that.
Agreed to invest several $100 billion in the United States and the various and sundry capitalist entities of which the CEOs visited. By the way, Xi did not know they were coming. Did you know that?
How interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Trump just kind of loaded them all on a plane, Hey, how'd you like to go to China with me? It's going to be fantastic. You're going to love it. It's a beautiful place. And so he piles all these guys onto the plane. They get there, and then they jumped out and they yelled, supplies.
Supplies. I'll tell you the funniest was Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Some of the facial expressions that he had yesterday, people wanted to get selfies with him and things like that. It was hysterical.
Yeah.
I mean, Elon's just a strange dude.
My favorite thing is last night at the banquet, they ate Kung Pao chicken. I'm like, pretty sure that's an American thing. Pretty sure that's not really Chinese
Well, that's why they
food.
served it. They
That's
were
right.
like, oh, they like the Kung Pao.
That's right.
We don't normally eat this, but we'll serve it to them.
We get
They'll
some-
eat anything.
We know you like the fast food, President Trump. So we went to Panda Express. We got you the orange chicken. Here's a fortune
We flew
cookie.
it all the way over to China so
Yeah.
you all could eat it. Because we don't know how to make that.
Here's a frightening
No,
story.
but which restaurant did they fly it over from?
They've
That's the
got
important part.
Panda Express.
Oh, my goodness.
From Panda Express. The FBI announced it is offering a $200,000 reward for information leading to the apprehension and prosecution of Monica Witt, a former U.S. service member and counterintelligence agent who was indicted by a federal grand jury in the District of Columbia in February 2019 on charges of espionage, including transmitting national defense information to the Iranian government. She was an Air Force intelligence specialist and special agent for the Air Force, and she did this from 1997 to 2008.
Wow.
Then she started working as a U.S. government contractor until 2010, and then she apparently defected and went to Iran and started handing out information. That was in 2013. Took her 3 years from the time she left service to then in 2013 go. Defects to Iran, provides information to the country's government, placing sensitive and classified U.S. national defense information and programs at risk. Yeah, boy.
That's not good.
No, it's not. And one has to wonder, what makes a woman say, you know what, Tehran's better than here? I mean, how much money did they have to pay her? That's number one.
A lot, probably.
Number two, why would you go somewhere where you have to wear a keffiyeh and a hijab for the rest of your natural life and couldn't leave the house without such things? You're a second-class citizen. They treat their dogs better. What is going on inside your head? How much do you have to hate your country to decide you want to live the rest of your life in Tehran?
Well, and now wanted by the FBI.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be wanted by the FBI for anything.
Now that we're at war with Iran, can we just kind of seek her out and drone her ass? Is that something that
You
would
probably
be possible?
could, yeah.
I mean, let's do it.
I mean, they're offering
Go ahead.
$200,000 reward. Do you know where she's at? Because there's $200,000 on the line.
Yes, she's in Tehran.
Yeah, find
Got a
her.
drone
Let's
guy
go.
going, yeah, just give me the coordinates. I got this.
Sure. They probably could.
I got her. She's in Tehran. Go get her. Go get her, guys. I believe you
I
can
think
do it.
now you have a great opportunity
Mm-hmm.
before we leave that area. Let's go ahead and take care of that one too.
Got a lot to work with there. He was senior pastor, right? Okay, and he was the senior pastor at Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and he resigned. And while it may seem that it happened suddenly, this is, of course, that 7,800 member megachurch in Vestavia Hills. You drive up that mountain, and there it is in all its glory. He resigned, and it seems as though it was suddenly. And now we're hearing from board members, oh, no, this has been brewing for a long time. Now, they were very vague, but they said there were a lot of disagreements about how he was doing things. And so we actually came up with a multiple-point plan to try to get him back on track. And he essentially wadded it up and threw it in the garbage and kept doing things the way he was doing things. And eventually they had to say, I think it's time for you to go. And he was like, I think it's time for me to go, too. They said it was really just a difference of philosophies. They sort of said it was like Paul and Barnabas, where they just each had a different view on how the Bible should be taught and what they were thinking, and et cetera, et cetera. And so Wright is out. He's out, and they've got somebody new coming in, I guess. He had to sign a non-disparagement agreement. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that is bad.
They make you go sign something that says you're not going to say bad stuff about us.
Anytime this happens in a church, and I've been a member of a church where something similar to this happened, where all of a sudden
Me too.
they're like gone, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, where did they go? Well, they're just taking. They need a little time, and then they come back, and then you don't know anything about. Nothing's discussed about. Is it our business as the congregation to know what's going on with your pastor? I would think maybe so.
Maybe.
Sometimes it's personal, and they don't want the congregation to know. this was right. This was going on for a long period of time where there were problems within that church.
I have been on the board of a church that dealt with two different pastors. We ended up 4 overall. The last one was the one that everybody really loved, and he left to go to a much larger church down south. But 2 different pastors, one after the other, and the board was just downright rancorous over these. You had, people going at it hammer and tongs. Half the board absolutely loved the guy. The other half was like, this is the worst preacher we've ever had. What are you talking about? And in both cases, I was on that side of the ledger.
The aisle,
Don't
yeah.
know what was going on with the other guys, but eventually it all gets worked out, and the Methodist Church kind of picks these guys up and moves them around pretty quickly.
And that's
Anyway,
part of it too. It's
Yeah.
like I think some people they glom onto a church because they love the pastor.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it starts, and then the Methodist Church does. They move
Sure.
them around,
Yep.
and you're like, no, where are you taking this pastor? I really like this pastor. Well,
happened to
that's
me.
that's how it goes.
Happened to me in Orlando. I was looking for a really good Methodist church, found one. It was quite a ways from my house. Went there 1 week, and I was like, this guy is fantastic. He was amazing. He was the most apostolic church, a guy who wasn't afraid to call a spade a spade. He got out there and basically was like ready to name names. I'm like, I love this guy. He is fire and brimstone and everything you want. And then at the end of it, he said, and by the way, next week I'll be at my new church. And I was like, oh, come on. Come on.
That happens.
And then the new
Yeah.
pastor the next week, I'm like, well, let's give the new guy a try.
When they're that good, they're
yeah.
like, oh no, we've got to remove
They-
them from
they-
your church
we
because
can't-
they're really great.
Can't allow that to happen.
And you're like, no.
The new guy, it was 2008, the new guy basically gave a 25 to 30-minute campaign speech for Barack Obama. And I was like, and we're done with this church. That's the end of that. I can't come back again. They're like, we really ought to report these people because they need to be paying taxes if that's the way they're going to run their services. Very sad. 617 with Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Alabama Tree Pros ready to take that tree all the way down to the ground, trim it up, or maybe teach you how to save it if it can be saved. I understand this, and Eric understands this as well. He's the guy in charge over there at Alabama Tree Pros. Tree work, whatever it is, whether it's trimming or whether it's taking it all the way down, grinding the stump, it ain't cheap, okay? You're asking for a very labor-intensive, very dangerous job, really. Stuff falls and hits people and lands on things and whatever, and so they have to pay. They get a lot of insurance that they have to pay for, so it's not inexpensive. Now, Alabama Tree Pros is less expensive than the other guys, but they also say, look, if we can help you save the tree, if you'd like to save the tree, we can give you pointers on that, and then you don't have to pay to have it cut down. How about that? I don't know of a lot of tree companies, tree services, that do that, but I know Alabama Tree Pros does. So give them a call, 308-4158, 308-4158, alabamatreepros.com. Whether you want to save it, trim it, or make it go bye-bye, you can count on Alabama Tree Pros. Oh, yeah. Rocking the house, baby. Jawbone Jam Friday. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk and 995.com. Thanks a heap for hanging out with us here on this lovely, lovely Friday, and it is only going to get better as the day wears on. We're looking right now at a high of 82. Tomorrow, 85 with some clouds, 88 on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be nice? Is it going to be so nice?
It's going to be nice. And, yeah, looking forward to tonight's Jawbone Jam. Thank you so much. Danny Knowles and the Knowles Group, our presenting sponsor. These guys are going to be there tonight, and I think I heard correctly that they're going to be giving away one of these big screen TVs.
Hello.
So as you come through the door, they'll be somewhere in that immediate area set up. Go introduce yourself and say hello to Danny Knowles and the Knowles Group, and we're just so grateful that they have been with us a very long time, and we love what they do for so many of you, and that's putting together a financial plan, customizing that plan for you to get you where you need to go. That's important because if you don't have a plan, you know what? Things can maybe not end up the way that they need to by the time you get ready to retire. So let's maximize everything that's going on in that retirement plan, in that financial plan for you. And if you get a chance this weekend, great show on the weekend from 2 until 3 p.m., both Saturday and Sunday. You can hear the Knowles Group, N-O-L-E-S. That's N-O-L-E-S. If you want to find them online, feel free to do that, theknowlesgroup.com. And again, you're coming out to Jawbone Jam tonight. They will be there at Iron City. Come by and see the guys and introduce yourself. They're a great group. Theknowlesgroup.com. Again, that's theknowlesgroup.com.
So yesterday, you know, I've got 3 dogs, as I think everybody's aware. I've got Delilah, I've got Cersei, I've got now little Luna. Luna is the baby shark, and she is really annoying the stew out of the other two, yeah, because she's so active, and, you know, that's okay with them for a little while, but it begins to wear after a bit because, you know, they're 12 and 11 respectively, and they're just like, oy, really, again with this? Okay. But Delilah, because she's old and has got, you know, getting joint problems and whatever, is having trouble jumping up on the bed. And Luna, because she's a short little version of Delilah, is having trouble jumping up on the bed. She basically gave up on getting up on the bed. She was just like, never mind, I won't even try. So I bought some dog stairs off of Amazon.
Yeah.
My bed is very high, extremely high. It's 9 feet off the ground. It's really big. I have to climb a ladder myself to get into it. Yeah. It is. It's 33 inches, I want to say, off the ground, which is unusually high for a bed. It's that way by design. Anyway, it's hard to find stairs for a bed that tall.
Yeah.
I mean, many of the stairs that I was looking at are like 15 inches.
You're going to have to build like a little platform for the stairs?
I just found stairs that were 30 inches, and I was like, okay, you can hop that last 3, I'm pretty sure. So I got some 30-inch stairs, and they showed up yesterday, and they were in a flat box that I was like, oh, I have to put it together. Yeah. So I'm looking at the directions, and I'm trying to figure out, like, well, which way is the bottom and which way is the top? And I finally get it. I'm like, oh, okay, of course, the flat part here, that would be the bottom, and then the other side kind of curls over and hooks sort of onto the mattress, and it's going to be the top. And I put the whole thing together before I get to putting the legs on to make it stand up the rest of the way. And I go, why would they put that? Why would they put the holes for the legs on top of the stick? Oh, I did this
it backwards.
Whole thing backwards. Did the whole thing backwards. So I thought, well, this would still work if I don't want the dogs to have the nice little friction-y pads on there so that they can climb up without slipping. If I wanted them to walk up bare wood, I could actually just flip the whole thing. I got to change the steps around.
Darn
whatever.
it.
And to make matters worse, you're doing the whole thing with a little Allen wrench.
Yeah, those things are horrible that they put in the packaging.
I have a drill, and I used to have little bits that were Allen wrenches. I can't find them to save my life. I have no idea where they went.
I have a drawer with like 50
They're right there
of those
with your
in
10
there.
millimeters.
They are. They're with the 10 millimeter, yeah. No, I mean, I looked everywhere for those things yesterday. I was like, I could have put the stairs together in the amount of time I've spent looking for these things. Probably not, because it's a very, very slow grind using that little tiny wrench, trying to get everything.
By the end of the project, your hands are like bruised up and in pain. You're like, oh my gosh.
Because it's a little tiny wrench. I finally did go get my big Allen wrenches, and I'm like, we'll use these instead. And then I was like, I got to take a nap. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been up since 3:30. Like, I got to go take a nap. Never got back to it. It's sitting half finished in my living room right now.
You'll get to it this weekend.
Oh, it'll be done
Yeah.
by tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When I get up, I'll tackle it first thing. And then the trick will be getting the dogs to use it.
Yeah.
Because I know they're going to
Well,
look
you
at it
have
and be
to
like, you want us to what now?
Get you some treats out
Yeah.
and get ready for that because you can teach them real quick with some treats.
They love treats.
Yeah.
They're good at treats.
Like, here, you follow
They
this,
take after
follow
Dad
this
that
right
way.
up the stairs.
They take after Dad that way.
Uh-huh.
We all like the treats.
Yep.
Yeah, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You're listening to Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. Jim Jordan is calling on the Department of Justice to dismiss all of the Trump prosecutions with prejudice. The
Good.
reason for this is very simple.
Mm-hmm.
When they dropped the prosecutions as Trump became elected president, because it's like you can't indict a sitting president, that's sort of precedent. They did also, the FBI issued an order and said, hold on to all that January 6th evidence, because we may want to prosecute him for that when he finishes his term. And that just came to light. And Kash Patel and others, and even seasoned FBI agents are like, that's unprecedented. We've never done that before.
Not going to do it.
So now you've got Jim Jordan, I think, correctly saying, guys,
Drop this.
drop it all. Drop every bit of it. If you want to indict him for something else when he gets out of office, you can certainly do that. But this is ridiculous. We all know what this was. This was nothing more than an attempt to keep him out of office. An attempt that failed, by the way,
Yep.
and in fact may have propelled him into office because y'all are so stupid you didn't see how the American people were going to respond to what you were doing.
Yeah, they didn't care for it too much.
No.
They were like, oh, okay. Well,
How
we'll
about
just
this?
we'll go to the polls. Watch this.
Yeah, boy.
Love it.
I do hope that the DOJ takes it to heart. We'll see whether or not they do. Todd Blanche is in charge over there. Maybe he'll listen. 636 Dixon Divining Talk 99.5 Talk 1995.com. Thanks a heap for hanging out with us here on what is going to be the best Jawbone Jam weather day ever. Pardon me. 82 degrees for a high today with sunny skies. You know, we probably could have held it outside, but that's okay.
Well, you never know these things.
That's exactly right.
That's the problem.
The last one we did got rained out.
Mm-hmm.
The one before that was so hot. And I must say, our fans stuck around. They did a great job. Like even, Leland's band finished up, and then the Cash Domino Killers took the stage, and the crowd just kept staying.
Yeah,
I was,
it was
like,
amazing.
this is fantastic. I love the fact that you guys are here for this, man. And I think they were kind of like, well, we sat through the hot part. Now that the sun's going down, we really want to,
We're gonna hang
continue
out.
to enjoy this.
Yeah, I remember setting that up, with things outside, and this was like at 1 o'clock. I thought I was going to die.
I really
did. It was
incredible.
incredible.
Brought a couple of cases of water, and we had the
Jeez.
liquid IV stuff, and everything necessary to kind of keep going.
It was crazy hot.
But
I don't have to worry about that today.
this one is going to be inside.
At Ion City.
Iron City, you can buy tickets, ironcitybham.com, or you can pick them up at ticketmaster.com, or you can win them right now via text 595
545.
545.
545 9950. It's okay. You got a lot in your brain today. 545 9950.
I'm trying to figure out. I know somebody whose phone number actually does begin with those three numbers that I just gave. That I'm not going to
You
confuse
almost gave out
with.
their number.
Yes, I almost did. I'm kind of like,
Don't give out the last four digits.
whose number is
You're
that?
like 8675309.
Now, don't confuse people.
Oh, sorry, not that number.
545-9500.
9950.
Ouch.
I'll give out the number. Look,
let Valerie do it. You'll
I'll
be all
do
right.
the number. It's okay. I'll do the phone number. You just do the trivia, okay?
You
I'll
think you can get that part
give
of
it
it
out
I'm
again.
going home,
No,
everybody.
no,
Good
no,
night,
don't
everybody.
Go home. Just
Thanks.
you do the trivia.
Thanks for
and
being
I'll
here.
do the phone number.
Good night, everybody.
Okay. 545. Here, let me just put this right in front of you.
Do it. Yeah, what is
It's
it? Oh,
right
yeah,
here.
look,
There
I
you
have one
go.
here.
It's right there.
Oh, look at that. It says right here.
Right there.
545-9950.
Okay.
Our Facebook is facebook.com/realtalk995. Did you know that? And our website is talk995.com. It's all right there on a piece of paper, not 18 inches from me.
It's okay. All right, so they're going to
Yes.
text
You're gonna
the
text
answer to
the answer.
545-9950.
And by
Yes.
the way, just sending in tickets, please, or win.
No,
It's not going to cut it.
not going to do it.
Nice try, though.
I need the answer to this trivia question having to do with Talk 99.5, since it is our 10th anniversary. You might remember when this station took to the airwaves for the first time. There was a morning show that was not this morning show. It was nowhere near as good as ours. They went by the name of Mickey and Andy. What was it? Do you remember?
Mickey and Andy?
What was the name of the morning show?
Mickey and Minnie?
Mickey
I don't know. I wasn't here at the
Hold
time.
on, no, Matt. It was Matt and Ani. Matt and Ani. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Mhm.
It was Matt Murphy
Mhm.
and
I love the
Andrea
struggle.
Lindenberg.
The struggle is good.
Well, sure.
It is real.
I mean, they've largely been forgotten. Let's
Uh-huh.
face it. They're
Yeah,
part of
Matt
history.
Murphy
They're in the past.
and Andrea Lindenberg.
They're in the past. They had a longtime producer, guy
the
who
ones
was
that
here-
you ended up killing?
No, I did not kill this one.
Oh, okay.
No, I did not kill this one. Longtime producer, younger fella.
Uh-huh.
We're looking for his name.
Okay.
Text it in.
Mhm.
I'll give you a hint. 5 letters.
Okay.
That's it.
Mhm.
Just need his first name.
545-9950.
Is that the number?
545-9950. Yes. Text that in.
Text it in. First person to get that correct will walk away with a final pair of giveaway tickets to the Jawbone Jam. Work Trucks is downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. They've got a lot full of trucks. I mean, they are loaded, baby. They've got so many trucks, more than they know what to do with. That's why they're selling them. They don't want to keep them. They're not in the holding on to truck business. They're going to sell them to you at a great low price. They scour the country, bring them in from all over, put them through a 125-point inspection, make sure they pass, and then they sell them to you at a fantastic price. You can trade, you can finance, you can get an extended warranty if you are so inclined. All you need to do is visit them online at worktruckswithanxllc.com, worktruckswithanxllc.com, where they are all about trucks.
Can I give a second hint?
You know,
You
please
need
do.
to give another one.
It's
'cause
not me.
It's
Not Steve.
And it's not Leland.
It's not. Why would really? You thought Leland was Matt and Ani's producer? Really?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Producer. We're looking for the first name of the producer.
First name of the longtime producer of Matt and Ani, young fella, 5 letters. 5 letters. No, it was not Chattida. That was my old producer.
Chattida.
That was my old producer. I used to call him Chattida because he had 2 D's on the end of his name, which I found funny. Also, a screaming liberal, which I also
But
found
that was
funny.
fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
He was a great
Did
guy.
you beat up on him?
I really enjoyed
Did
working
you?
with him. No, I didn't beat up on him at all. He was really, he
Chattida.
was a very, very, very strong producer. He put a great deal of effort in. He was, I would say, second only to Steve in the grand scheme of things. I mean,
Ryan
he was
Haney
that-
is incorrect.
No, nice try, though.
This is awesome.
It's really sad to me that so many people who are listening in the morning, did they not listen to Matt and Ani back then?
Maybe not.
I mean, I know that we have way more listeners than they did because we're so
Well,
much better.
Again,
But
10-year anniversary. You're talking people to go back 10 years.
we are asking them to go back quite a ways here, yes. 545-9950. Not Buddy Love. Not David Sears. 545-9950. Text that name in for us. No, it was not Buddy Love, Ken the Lib. But we would love to see you at the Jawbone Jam tonight. Buy some tickets, you know. Man up and stop being a lib and actually part with some money. Don't expect everything to be free, Ken the Liberal. What's wrong with you?
Austin is 6 letters.
Austin is 6 letters, people. Come on. Work with me here. Work with me. Some immigrants in New York City who own businesses are now, they've come up with a $1 million war chest to fend off Zoran Mamdani's New York City-owned supermarkets.
New York City?
Yeah, the plan, of course, for him is like, well, we need to have grocery stores that are subsidized by the city so that people can afford groceries. And I'm thinking, well, depending on where you put this thing, you know, obviously it's not going to be Midtown Manhattan, because if you're in Midtown Manhattan, you can afford groceries. There's no question. But if you stick it, you know, over in Brooklyn, if you stick it in, you know, the Bronx, something like that, you may very well find some folks who just can't afford food. Harlem. And so, but the problem, of course, is there are grocery stores in and around that area that are like, so I guess we just need to shut down then because you're going to undercut us on all the prices?
Yep. That's
Man.
that model will not work. It will not.
No.
It will not last.
I'm here to tell you, first off, they say it's going to cost $30 million to get this thing open. $30 million, okay? To open a grocery store in Birmingham, Alabama might take $3 million. Might take $3 million to get a grocery store open. $30 million to open a grocery store in downtown New York City, and it's going to last about 2 years because that is the standard rule of thumb for these things when you try to subsidize. What's going to happen is people are going to show up, and if you don't have limits on how much they can purchase, you're going to sell bananas for 8 cents a pound. Bananas are going to disappear overnight. Then someone's going to take them to a street corner multiple blocks away and sell them for more because that's how it works. I mean, you got guys all over New York City with tables selling watches, whatever. You know, it's crazy. This is doomed to failure. By the way, there's also a group that has put together 70,000 signatures for the recall election for Zoran Mamdani. He's been in office less than 6 months.
Well, again, we thought it might take some time before you started feeling the pain of Mamdani in New York, but it's happening much faster.
Well, he begged, borrowed, and stole $8 billion from the state government, $4 billion for this year and $4 billion for next year, to fill the budget shortfall. And that's how he managed to balance the budget. He also, by the way, borrowed from the city's pension fund.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that jumps back and punches you in the face later.
Ooh.
But he borrowed from the city's pension fund, and you know, that a pretty good $2 billion.
Where is he going to get the
loan.
money to put it back?
Well, everything's going to work out. It's socialism, don't you know? It always works, Valerie. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to have more money than they know what to do with before long.
That's the question I would ask him. When are you going to put that back, and where is the money going to come from?
Soaking the rich. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Let's go to the phones where Stacy is standing by. Steve got the name and number off of the text line and then called Stacy because Stacy got the correct answer. Stacy, welcome to Talk 99.5 with Dixon and Vining. What part of town are you in?
I live in Hueytown.
Beautiful Hueytown.
What's up, Stacy?
Lovely.
Yeah.
And what do you do for a living, Stace?
I'm a credit manager.
A credit manager. Is
Yes.
my credit no problem? Love it when
well,
that happens.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Oh, okay. I have a credit score. It's in double digits now. Is that good? I heard that's good. No? Okay.
Pretty good.
Well, if you started off in single digits, then yes,
yeah,
it's
you're
better.
doing better.
What is the answer to our question? Matt and Ani's longtime producer, young fella, 5 letters. What is it, Stace?
Donay.
That is correct. Yes. Congratulations. Donat, as I called him,
Donat.
Bizanet. He was the longtime producer. Matt and Ani left to go pursue his fortunes. I think he joined the military or something, didn't
Yeah,
he?
and
Eventually?
he's got twins.
He's got twins now.
Yeah, I think a boy and a girl.
All
And they're
right.
adorable.
Adorable. I saw them on Facebook.
Adorable.
Absolutely
I miss
gorgeous.
him so much.
And I
love
looked at
Danae.
that and I said, "Are you sure you're the father? Because these kids are really
They're
good looking."
really cute.
Congratulations, Stacy. You just won a pair of tickets to go to the Jawbone Jam tonight at Iron City, where you'll be dancing to the music of such bands as Cattle, Stone Horses, and Brother Kane. Brought to you by the Knowles Group, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, and from Spiegel, Chicago, Illinois, 60609.
All right, so stay on the line, and Steve is gonna. What's his name back there? Danae. No, I mean Steve. Steve is
Yeah, that
going.
other guy.
Steve is going to give you some information, get some information, and then give you some information about what you need to do tonight. We will see you a little later on at Iron City.
Looking forward to it, Stacy. Thank you very much for I guess texting
The
us because
text.
Steve called her.
Yes.
6:40.
What a very confusing Friday morning. What
I
is
know.
the matter with us?
What's the phone number again?
I don't know. I give up.
How about this? We'll let Debbie Schlussel lift the load in the next segment as she tells us what's going on at the box office. Steve-O, can you push a button over there? Thank you very much. 652, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. It's Dixon, it's Vining. It's Dixon and Vining on Jawbone Jam Friday. With a high of 82 today and cloudy, partly cloudy skies tomorrow. 85, 88 on Sunday. Woo! It's going to be warm and dry. 0 rain in the forecast.
It's going to be beautiful.
A little tiny chance on Tuesday.
It'll be all
Just
right.
a little moistening.
Like 20, 30%.
It's not
like
going to
that.
happen. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to happen.
I'm going to have nice weather.
Yeah, boy. You know what? If you want to spend that time in a darkened movie theater, knock yourself out. Debbie Schlussel is here to tell you which movie you should spend it watching. Debbie, welcome to the show on Jawbone. It's our 10th anniversary today. Debbie, how about that?
Happy 10th anniversary. Boy, time flies.
It does, doesn't it?
does.
You and I have been doing this for longer than that. But
A long time.
a long. Anyway, let's get to the movies, shall we? DebbieDoesPolitics.com, DebbieDoesMovies.com. What is new at the box office this weekend, my dear?
Okay, so there are 3 new movies, plus I forgot one from last week. There were so many last week. I think we'd mentioned 5, and there were actually 6. But so I will start with the biggest new one, which is In the Gray. This stars Isa Gonzalez and Jake Gyllenhaal and some other Henry Cavill and some others. I did not really care for this movie that much, but it's an okay escapist movie if you're looking for that. Gonzalez plays this lawyer who heads this team of agents that get back money that is stolen. And in this case, there's a billionaire named Salazar who has stolen billions of dollars or $1 billion from some hedge fund or firm. They don't really explain it completely. There's a lot of gimmicks in this movie. At the beginning, they show Gonzalez as she's explaining what they do and what they're going to do. They show her mixing drinks and they have the recipes on the screen. And I thought, that's a gimmick. Gimmicks are always used for movies that are weak, for scripts that are weak. I went to see a movie, not a bartending school or a recipe book. There's lots of action. There's so much going on. Your head will be spinning. It's not boring at all, that's for sure. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of shooting and killing and escape routes, and that's most of the movie. It was okay. It wasn't great for me. It's kind of predictable. But if you're looking for a good action thriller or a decent action thriller that will pass your time with lots of holes in the plot and it's kind of unbelievable, this is your movie. The movie I liked best this weekend is a movie that's kind of a very small budget film, no names at all, and it's called Life Hack, and it's these 4 kids from around the world who are they're teenagers, and they decide that they are going to hack into the Bitcoin fortune of a billionaire and steal his money. And it's a caper movie. It shows how they do everything online. Most of the movie shows them online and what they're doing online. That also will keep your head spinning. There's a lot going on, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was decent. And I wasn't bored for a second. Life Hack movie. And usually when I'm sitting in the back row of an empty theater, I'm very tempted to look at my phone, and I wasn't at all during this Life Hack. Then there's a movie called Obsession. This is kind of like a Twilight Zone movie. We've all seen this kind of premise before. The premise is be careful what you wish for. Only this was very violent and bloody, in my opinion. The story is this guy who's probably like a 20-something. They don't really explain that part. It really likes this coworker of his, and he goes to the store to buy her a gift, this crystal store, and he finds this novelty gift that says that if you break it, you get one wish. You only get one wish in life, and you could wish for anything. So he wishes that she will like him. What could go wrong? And so the movie goes through what happens, and it's extremely violent and bloody, and it goes a lot farther than you would expect, and maybe a little too far for me. It was kind of gross. If they would have toned that down, it would have been an okay movie, but it was too much for me, too violent, too bloody. Obsession. But if you're into that mixed with the Twilight Zone movie, then I think this is for you. And then I missed last week Mortal Kombat 2. There were so many new movies that I forgot that one, but I had seen it. And it must have not done very well because I don't think many theaters are still showing it just 1 week later. But, what do you expect from movies made from video games? It was better than I expected, but it was not that great. Very violent, a lot of dismemberments, especially at the beginning. And the story is that there's this evil man who has killed the father of this young girl, and then she, who is the princess of the empire, she grows up and wants to get back at him. And there's a guy that's a former movie star who is in action films, and he gets recruited to be on her team and to fight off the evil guy and the evil team. It was okay. It was kind of predictable, and like I said, it was very bloody and violent. And, I'm okay with the little violence, but it just went too far. But the worst one was Obsession in terms of that. If I had to go see a movie this weekend, I would definitely see Life Hack. I thought it was pretty good. And then after that, In the Gray. So those are the new movies this weekend.
Yeah, very impressive. I read a review about Street Fighter 2, and it was almost comical. The guy was just like, somehow Kyle Urban plays this straight and makes it work, and no one else in the cast is able to do it. But he somehow is like he's completely committed to the role. And I love Kyle Urban in almost everything. He does a great job. He was, for those of you that don't know, he played Bones McCoy in the rebooted Star Trek movies, right?
Right.
Fascinating stuff. And they said, it's a crazy, bizarre plot. It's chewing the scenery. And yes, they did point out huge amounts of gore. If you don't like that, you're not going to like this movie at all.
But that was kind of the quote-unquote attraction to the video game back at the time, was the fact that it was over-the-top gore.
Right. A lot of blood.
Right.
A lot of blood.
Well, whoever wrote that review is spot on, because Carl Urban was the only good thing about the movie, in my opinion. I mean, he was very funny, and he definitely owned his role. He
wasn't the first Street Fighter like Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia? Or am I thinking of a different?
Could be.
I think you're thinking of a different thing, because that's Street Fighter.
Might
This
be.
is Mortal Kombat. But
You're right.
similar.
Yes, I was thinking. Yes,
Same
Street
idea.
Fighter. Okay, there you go. Mortal Kombat 2, that's what it was. 7 o'clock, marvelous. Thank you very much. We appreciate you, Debbie. Thanks for going to see these movies so we don't have to. It sounds to me like I'm just going to enjoy the sunshine this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Have a great weekend.
You
Thanks,
too,
you
take
too,
care. We'll
Debbie.
do it again next Friday. There you go, Debbie Slissel. DebbieDoesPolitics.com, DebbieDoesMovies.com. Check out her work there. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we need to get outside a little bit. I know that's what I'm feeling like.
Man, I tell you, last night was
Outdoor
fantastic.
weekend. It really was. I sat
just
outside. It was beautiful.
about as perfect as you could get for a lovely spring evening.
Really
Let's hope
nice.
it stays that way over the next couple of days. 7 o'clock.